Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. I work for a family business with 30-plus employees. This is a company that has friends and family members as top-tiered management and often made up rules whenever they felt like it. When new employees join the company, they sign a basic employment contract stating the compensation, benefits and work hours. The company does not have a written code of conduct. One particular manager is a friend of the president. Let's call her Sally. Sally manages a team of 8 employees, including myself. We aren't allowed to make small talk while working, and we are required to let her know when we start taking our breaks and when we return from breaks. Sally interjects whenever a team member is asking another team member questions because Sally is a micromanager. Sally also makes us come to work early once a week for 30 minutes, unpaid, so that she can recap the previous week, and often uses this time to tell us what we're doing wrong. She made it clear that this weekly meeting is mandatory. During one meeting, she brought up expectations for continued employment at the workplace: no swearing, no talking bad about customers amongst ourselves, no personal phones on desks, no music during work hours, no talking to other departments unless it's work-related, etc. Then she brought up dress code. It's important to note that we've never heard of a dress code at work, and our jobs do not require face-to-face interactions with customers. Most of our dealings are via phones or emails. We may see a customer drop by once or twice a year. Most of the team members wear hoodies, long-sleeved t-shirts with jeans or leggings. I usually wear a simple top with pants with my hair neatly blow-dried. Apparently, that's not appropriate enough. Sally said we should try to dress better and more professionally to keep up with the company's image. Her sell was, dress not for the job you have, but the job you want. She made us all sign a document citing the topic of discussion at the meeting. You want us to dress for the job we want? Okay. A few of my colleagues and I decided to maliciously comply the following day. I put my hair in a messy bun, wore my Costco leggings and my husband's old t-shirt. That was my everyday look when I was unemployed. Sally saw me when I walked through the door and asked why I was underdressed. I said, "You asked us to dress for the job I want. I want to go back to being a stay-at-home mom. I loved staying at home." She said, "That's not what I meant. I meant bigger aspirations and goals," as she looked at me with exasperation. Shortly after, my other colleagues showed up one after the other, 2 wearing full workout gear and 1 wore her anime costume. One guy wore a t-shirt with expletives. The president noticed and asked us if Halloween came early, and we told him what Sally said. I don't know what happened, but safe to say, there was no mention of any dress code since. TLDR. Manager asked us to dress for the job we want, not for the job we have, so I dressed as a stay-at-home mom. Good job on the dress code response. I'm also sure you know that mandatory meetings must be paid time. Period. It's settled labor law, and any state labor department will happily enforce it. If you ever decide you've had enough, file a complaint about being forced to be at work but unpaid. You'll get a nice check for back pay, possibly with interest. People always say this, but get upset when I show up in power armor. As others have said, you must be paid for time in mandatory meetings. Contact your state labor department and find out your rights. Then go to HR. Mandatory meetings are paid. There is no such thing as you need to come early and not paid. You can send the micromanaging manager away to stop bothering you, or you will report her to her manager for disrupting work. You don't sign anything you don't want to. You can strike off things you don't agree with before signing. I was once called into my local office. I work from home. For a role-playing meeting. I asked what exactly a role-playing meeting was and if I could come dressed as a pirate. Boss said sure. Didn't elaborate. I showed up dressed as a pirate. She made it clear that this weekly meeting is mandatory. Mandatory equals paid. No exceptions. I'm Batman. Yeah, I ain't coming in if I ain't getting paid. She can go piss up a rope. That is freaking hilarious. I'm wondering if President thought Sally flexed too much in asserting power and felt they had to shut her down. For some types, friends and family comes to a hard stop if they think you're threatening their throne. Got any way to pull off a fast food uniform? Or some other industry? That'd throw her for a loop. Flight attendant, railroad crew, who knows? If you really want to have some fun, turn Sally in for breaking the law with her special meetings. How can managers waste their life force on this stuff? People only have a finite amount of it. Sounds like you work for the Skeksis and they rejuvenate their life force by stealing yours. You'd better be getting paid for those mandatory meetings, or they labor boards getting a tip-off. Dress for the job I want. I would dress in a bathing suit, sunglasses, sandals, and with a cocktail. Accessories would be a cabana and a chaise lounge. My job. The boss. Delegating from the beach in Fiji. You're worried about a dress code when you should be worried about working without being paid. Priorities. I'd email her and ask if those mandatory meetings will be paid. When she puts it in writing that they won't, take it over her head. I wish I had coworkers like yours, loudly crying mine would let me down, I know that. Malicious mischief. This would require cooperation with your coworkers. And some synchronized dance lessons wouldn't hurt. https m.youtube.com/watch v=Bob Piaz 4 Boke. I tell you what, Sally, you make a meeting mandatory, you best be paying me or I'm not coming. Hey.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.